Hello friends, welcome to another unboxing video. So today we're gonna unbox a couple of Big Into Energies, but I don't think these are real ones. First of all, I purchased these intentionally off AliExpress and it was labeled as authentic. Now it was way more reasonably priced than all the other ones that I found on there, and I think these came out to be about $35 each, even with the shipping. But as soon as I got the boxes in the mail, I definitely noticed some differences in the packaging versus the real ones that I've opened. So let's take a quick look at signs you can look for to see if your Big Into Energy is a real one or a fake one. So on the left, I have the real one. And you can see in the holographic, there's kind of like a stripe look, whereas this one is just kind of an overall holographic rainbow effect. Can you see the difference? So this one you can see there's kind of like lines going through it, and this one is just straight regular holographic. The other thing to note is the vibrancy. So you can see how red this PopMart, well, let me get to focus. So you can see how red that PopMart is versus this one, which is a little bit pale. So on the sides, you can see, well, it looks really close. Now the main thing that I'm seeing is that the real box has a darker gray line there, whereas this one is very faint, like you can barely see it in person. Also, if you look down here at the barcodes, you can see that this one is a little bit clearer and this one is a bit on the fuzzy side. So when you see these yellow stickers on the boxes, that means that was the indicator for a Pop Now. So when you go online and you do the Pop Now where it tells you what you get before you get it shipped to you, that's how they scan and tell which one they're shipping you, is they put little yellow barcodes on it. So that's what that is. Now on the back side, they both have the QR code sticker, so I haven't scanned this one yet, but you can see that they're very similar. So I'm not sure I can tell a real difference in it, other than I can tell that the QR codes are not the same. Like you can see it like right there. If you look, the QR codes are not the same, but I mean, they may be different for different reasons. But I will say, if you look at it, you can see that the font on here is a little bit bolder and more clear than it is on the fake box, which is a little bit lighter and thinner. Now, as far as the images on the side, while they are very close, there are some slight differences. So the details, especially in love, kind of get lost. Let me see if I can zoom in there. Focus. So you can see the details in the fur on the chest of love are kind of getting lost, whereas on the real one, you can still clearly see all the details on her chest. And it goes for the same for all of the Labubus. So you can see the Hope one next to it has clear chest details, whereas the fake one, it's kind of all like blurred together, like the ink bled through. And those are just a few things you can look for on the boxes to see if they're real. Now on the top, I'd already opened that one, so I can't show you the perforations on the side, but you can sort of tell here. So there's 1, 2, 3 perforation marks, whereas this one does not, so it has just the one line. Can you see that? You can see it here. 1, 2, 3 dashes for the perforation, and this one is just one line. But it is really dang close to the real one, so if you didn't know what you were looking for, you definitely could have been bamboozled. So I purposely bought these with the intention of seeing what the Lafufus look like for this series. And I'm a little scared, but hopefully they'll still be cute even if they're Lafufus. Now I have seen some really good replicas of Labubus out there, so I'm hoping these are the cuter ones and not the scary bald baby one in the costume. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's see what we got. Okay, there's the packaging. Which one did we get? Oh my god. Wait. This one is happiness. Yeah, that's the one I already have. Except that one I know is 100% legit. So, let me see. Let me double check the card. It's happiness, but look how blurry this card is. I'll compare it to the original in a second. But, alright. The silica packet even says PopMart. That's interesting. You guys see that? Very good attempt at being real. So here's a comparison of the real card versus the fake card. You can see how blurry the fake one is, but it's also darker. But overall, as far as like a Lafufu, like this is really good looking. So like the hairline's got something weird going on there. So it needs a little bit of fluffing up and a little bit of care. But let's compare it to the real happiness that I have. So you can see them there. So you can see the coloring is a little different. This is lighter than the real happiness. Happiness is a lot more peachy, and this one is very pastel. So let's take a closer look at these two Labubus. This one over here is the real Labubu, and this one is the Lafufu. So you can see there is coloring difference in the skin, and there's coloring difference in the nose. So this one is a lot darker orange than this one, and this one has a peachier face than this one. Also, this one has a smaller face from what I can tell, and overall the fur is a lot more peachy than this one. And the definite indicator you can see is in their toes down here. Let me lift up the fur. So this one has orange toenails, and this one has like a yellow-orange toenail. How many teeth does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got the number of teeth right, but you can see like the painting is really off of the indentation of where the teeth should be. And this one is a lot sharper. Now it does have a little bit of overpaint there, but I think that's just a quality control issue that they're having now with the new ones. Now as far as the eyes look pretty good. It looks like it's kind of rotated a little bit off center, but overall the eyes kind of have the same general effect. Now I will say, if you look at the eyes on this one, it is a lot more of a gradient, like it has like white going to peach, whereas this one it's got a tiny bit of a gradient, but it's mostly just peach going to darker peach or pink. So it's definitely Lafufu, but it's a pretty cute Lafufu. And so it begs to ask the question, does it really matter if you get the Lafufu or the Labubu? I think for me it's more of a price point issue. Like, I would actually just be happy with this as well because it is cute. And like, I'm not collecting these for clout. I'm collecting them because I love them and I think they're cute. So on a reseller's market, obviously this is worthless because it's not the legitimate one. But, you know, if it's for your kid or you don't want to spend a lot of money, then maybe this is best. But my problem with it is that this costs as much as the original one. It should be half the price of the real one if it's not going to be a legitimate one. You see what I'm saying? The ring on the real one is a lot lighter. It's like a light peach. And the ring on this one is kind of like a dark peach. So that's the PopMart label on that one. That's the PopMart label on this one, and it's pretty close. So these fakes are like getting really, really close. It's just some minor details that make it obvious that it's not real. So that's the monsters on that one, the monsters on this one. And then the final test is obviously the tag. Like, does this have the QR code? It does have a QR code. So the question is, where does that QR code go? All right, so let's go ahead and take our phone and scan it. See the URL that it brought up? Oh, that's interesting. It actually went to the real PopMart page. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is the very first time I've scanned that QR code, and it's saying that this one has been exceeded, the number of times it's scanned. And the very first time it was verified was May 29, 2025. So that means that that QR code that's on the Lafufu is a real QR code from a real Labubu, but they copied it, and so it feels like you're getting a real one because it's going to the real PopMart page, but it's not because this has already been scanned. And it looks like it's been scanned a lot of times by people trying to verify it. So yeah, that's the last indicator that this is a Lafufu. But, you know, from a distance, unless it's a hardcore Labubu fan, I don't think they'd be able to tell. Like I said, my main issue with it is that if it's not real, it should be half the price. This should be like 12 bucks, 15 bucks at the most. I don't know. What are your thoughts? One of the major things that you can also see is in the foil bag. The one on the right side is the real one, this one. The one on this side is the fake one. And this one is a lot more vibrant in color than the one on the left. The left one, it feels like it's like a little bit on the bluish side. So you can definitely see it up here on Hope in the corner. Let me see if I can get the side by side. I kind of tore off his face, but you can see the difference in color. It's like oversaturated in blue, but not in a good way, whereas this one is vibrant and is color accurate. You can see it better probably in the pink one down here. So look at the pink one. So the real one is the one on top, this one, and it is a lot more vibrant and more pink looking. And then the pink underneath it is a little bit like more bluish in tone, and it's not as vibrant or sharp in the details. Also, the foil is a lot brighter on the real one. If you can, I know the whole bag is pretty shiny, but I don't know if you can see it. So look how brightly this one reflects versus this one where it's kind of like muted. This one is like very, very chromy, and this one is kind of like a matte silver. We do have a second box to open, so now that we have confirmed these are 100% Lafufus, let's open the last box. Alright, did we get a different Lafufu number 2? Ooh, it's a pink one. This one is Loyalty? Love or Loyalty? I think it's Love, right? Yep, this one is Love. Look how blurry it is. But you know what? It's still really cute. Look at it. Look at her. The Love card is the same way. The real one is brighter and clearer, and the fake one is on the blurry side and darker. Alright, so this is my legitimate Labubu Love, and this is the Lafufu Love version. And other than like the quality control issues, like hair getting caught in the stitching that I need to still pull out, like it's fairly close. I mean, I was really terrified it was going to be that bald baby wearing a Labubu suit. So this is actually really good for a fake one. So let's take a closer look at the Love Lafufu. So you can see that the coloring or the gradient is more of like banding rather than like kind of like a soft gradient all over. And it's got the same thing with the eyes. So where this one has a little bit more white going through it from the bottom to the top, this one is more like dark pink with dark pink going through it. From the toes, this one has got like dark red or red nail polish, and this one has more of a dark pink. I don't know if it's catching in the light properly, but when they're side by side you can see that this is dark pink and this is like red. The ring colors on this is actually almost pretty close. So you can see that they're both kind of like that dark pink color. The PopMart tags look really similar. You can see where it says the monsters. So even the blush is pretty close to the real one. Now you can see the teeth are different. So you can see that this has like a dark pink, dark red tooth, and then the line along goes like over the teeth, kind of weird. Whereas the real one, it's like more of a dark rose pink, and it's right on the line where it should be. But you know, it's still really cute. So you can also see the face shape is different. So this one has like a wider face. This one has a smaller face. And let's scan the barcode to see where it goes. So again, it looks like it's taking to a legit PopMart page. But I bet this one has also been scanned many times. Yep, it's saying it's already been scanned too many times, and it was scanned first on May 28th. Very suspicious. So definitely a Lafufu. But if you were just to see these from a distance on someone's bag, and then you saw these guys, like, there's no way you would spot it right away unless you're like a Lafufu identification master. So if you're just looking for a cute Labubu, like, these are options. I just don't like how much it costs. It should definitely be half the price for being a fake. But these are really good fakes. No bald babies here. So I know someone's gonna ask, where did you get these Lafufus? Well, I did get it from AliExpress, but when I went to go back and look at the page to leave a review that these were not authentic as described, the page was already gone. Surprise, surprise. But I'm sure there's like a bajillion of these on AliExpress. I just don't know if they're always going to be this decent of a quality or not. But I do know a lot of them are really overpriced on AliExpress, and you're not even going to be sure if they're going to be real or not. So, but yeah. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you in figuring out if you've got a Lafufu or a Labubu. And honestly, I think these Lafufus are really cute. And so what do you guys think of these Lafufus? Would you still carry these around? I would. I mean, if anything, I would keep my legit ones at home, safe and on display on my bookshelf. And then these would be the ones I tote around on my bag, because I'm not really like a fashion person, and I don't have like fancy legit name brand bags or anything. I literally own a fish bag, and what I mean by fish bag is it's in the shape of a fish. So, but yeah, these would be just fine on my bag. I mean, they're cute. They look like Labubus, even though they're Lafufus. And yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on carrying these Lafufus around? Would you be happy with this Lafufu, or would there be something nagging you inside knowing that they're fakes? Let me know what you guys would like to see in other videos. Alrighty? Bye for now!